Hi, hi, Gerard. Uh, Here are some drawings I made. I want to transmit to you the design. I think it's not bad for generator, for your prime movers and generator, all that. I draw it like this. It's to it's pretending to remove the shaft from the design because I think the shaft is not a good idea. I think it's better to have a hollow tube as rotor. You see, I draw it here. That's like a pipe. It's a hollow tube, and then that pipe is here, as you see in blue line. The pink the pink parts are the motors. I meant I mean those are outrunners, both of them, right? So there are two outrunners held by this dark one is the frame, right? And the blue, this one is the rotor. The green is the magnets, and the magnets are inside, not outside the coils, right? The coils are the orange, and so you don't have shaft and you don't have bearings. You only have to uh, synchronize the movement of the those outrunners. So it will cost maybe twice. You will think, right? And it's totally right. I don't know, but I think if we're gonna take such much um, than we're putting inside, it's not such a bad idea. So this is what I'm trying to make. Actually, it's this little experiment. Uh, Let me show you something. I have here. I'm at Spain, so voila, watch out. This came out mm, very recently, and it's just because I wanted to test the same the same way as you did. So I have some equipment now to test about the controller and trying to make it the speed up of the outrunner. So I'm trying making the controller for higher speed. As as we know, here is the some outrunners. I have one drum here, so I think it's pretty much the same as you had. Just to show you I'm doing something right. I'm it's not that sitting on the button and talking as many of those fools says. And well, so and with that done, what I'm trying for first experiment is, let's say this one is the prime mover, right? And here is gonna be a shaft, right? But I think it's not a good idea because the shaft is gotta be hooked up as the original design for those drum motor. Those drum motor rotors uh, are transmit the torque by this. The rotation is transmitted to the from the rotor to the shaft by this piece. So I assume I'm gonna make a shaft with this which inserts here. So in three outrunners, and one is gonna be the prime mover, and the two will be the such a will be get as generators. So I'm gonna try to mix the current from both of them and synchronize them maybe. So when the magnets of both of generators gonna be positioned at same times for each each uh, revolution, and then it's gonna feed another rotor, another outrunner for testing, right? For testing the speed, because mixing the current, so I think it's gonna increase the speed, as you said, uh, by mixing the wires. You connecting one wire to the other from the Anaheim controllers, you got twice the speed, but you blow the fuse. I think this big, they have a big fuse. This is a fuse. So I think you blow some fuse there. I have I have quite some of them. I have I got 5, so I don't mind if I blow some doing some tests. And what else? I think, yeah, I think putting some diodes, it acts as a no uh, one direction valve from, from piping gas, compressed gas, and those type of circuit. It's like a one direction valve. So when the current comes to the diode, it's supposed it don't come back, right? So I'm gonna try to see how it behaves and how we can get. Assuming this picture is from one outrunner only, used as a generator. So you have your 3 phases out here, and each one of them goes to the input of one transistor, right? and and then I'm gonna connect the same output. mm, so we have 3 output from each phase from the generator. 2 of them will go to the, how you call that, I don't know, to the base of each transistor, so it's gonna regulate when the current is going through or not. And by doing this with the diodes, it's easy to figure out. Let's say this first phase is got higher resonance, let's say, for when the instant the magnets are spinning, right? So this phase has more power than the others in that instant. Then it will feed those 3 outputs the same power, right? So those transistors should be blocked because there is more power blocking them than what is coming out to feed them, no? Right? So uh, this one gets more power. Those are closed because it's more power in to close them than what is to pass them. And then here the first one here, it has more output than the other. Both are sending here to close this gate. So more power is here, and this one will will send the signal from that instant. So then we have here a 3-phase controlling, automated controlling for this 3-phase spinning generator. Uh, so this should work, I think. As you increase the RPM going up or down from the generator, you should have the same response from here. If you connect it to another motor or something, and the same motor, you should control the speed as if it would be a controller. So by mixing this with just not only one generator, mixing them with more, I'm trying to accomplish a controller for those um, brushless motors to spin higher RPMs. And I also got, this is another thing, right? This is by for one way. As I told you in other video a long time ago, I thought this thing, because it said it puts out 20 or 200 kilohertz, I thought I wanted to try how this runs that outrunner, because just for testing, right? It's just something to mention it. It's just an automation. You can run a program through the computer, and this has many outputs for wires, so you can program your house. I don't know, maybe 7 o'clock in the morning lights turns on, so it will you can make a lot of automation for your house, or so some circuits with that. And I mean, if it it doesn't, it's not going to be the controller for the outrunner, surely, but it can be, it can have more appliances, or more, it can, it's useful. So I hope I explained correctly what about this type of rotor, which I think is better than, bearings or shaft, because it's I don't know, just to expose that to you. Maybe you see it, that you you can get some perception from it, from uh, some opinion, or something point of view. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna cut off from here. And I saw your last video. It was great, man. So so glad, so great so far. Uh, I think I understand what you're talking about, and yeah, it's going forward. So there it goes. See you soon, man.